Previously on Meerkat Manor, Flower led the gang to a new burrow, leaving daughter Mozart abandoned and fending for her newborn pups alone. The dry winter weather is returning to the Kalahari. Meerkat Manor is becoming a much more dangerous place to live. Food is becoming scarce, and that means more hungry predators and rival gangs on the lookout for new territory. The Whiskers must prepare for tough times ahead. It's early morning. The gang cautiously emerges from the warmth of the burrow. Having only moved here yesterday, everyone's a little nervous. They're particularly anxious to ensure that everything is safe before the pups come out. And their caution is justified. High above, a tawny eagle is on the lookout for the unobservant. A sleepy meerkat would make an easy meal. But the gang are alert and immediately take cover. Dominant male Zaphod is first up to check that the danger's passed, followed by dominant female, Flower. With the all clear sounded, it's time for everyone to begin the day's tasks. Top priority, as ever, is clearing the burrow entrances. It's all hands on deck. With a gang of 40, many paws make light work. When the job is done and the coast is clear, everyone is rewarded with the unmistakable sound of pups emerging. The arrival of Flower's latest litter, Millie, Bing and Shelley, brings the number of new pups born this year to 12. Although she suffered the loss of Blossom, on the whole it's been another successful year for Flower and her gang. With their extended family by their side, this latest litter stand a good chance of survival. A kilometre away stands a solitary figure. Mozart spent the night caring for her new litter alone. Instinctively, she sets about her morning domestic duties too. Only here, there is no one to help her. Having remained with her pups rather than the group, she stands no chance at all of raising her litter alone. Her only hope is that her family rejoin her here at their old burrow. Flower has left the comfort of her new home and is leading her young litter on their second foraging trip. With the luxury of lots of helpers, the youngest members of the gang are getting plenty to eat. But this mission is not just about food. It's the start of a steep learning curve for Flower's new pups. In just a few short weeks, these youngsters will be expected to fend for themselves. With the dry season approaching, some fast learning is called for. Soon, everyone will have to dig deeper and longer for a meal. The seasons have moved full circle in the Kalahari. It won't rain again for at least 6 months. The vegetation dying back signals an end to the time of plenty. From now on, food will become increasingly scarce. Survival for all the residents of the Kalahari is about to become much more challenging. While larger animals can head for pastures new, meerkats have to stay in their manor. The only way they can expand their search for resources is by winning more territory from bordering gangs. And this is exactly what's pressed the Commandos into action. This vicious enemy gang hasn't been seen since Ozzy, the son of dominant male Hannibal, was killed in a fight with the Whiskers. They've left their land on the far side of the dry riverbed, intent on invading Whiskers' territory. The raiding party quickly entered their neighbor's land. They waste no time in defiantly covering the scent of the Whiskers with their own. As they continue their advance, the Whiskers could soon be facing another deadly battle to keep hold of their land. Mozart is still on her own. She's been waiting all day in the vain hope that her family will return home. But as it becomes increasingly clear that they are not coming back, she faces a terrible dilemma. She needs to nurse her pups, but if she doesn't go and find food soon, her milk will run dry. As the sun sets on another day, the rest of Mozart's family are relaxing at their new digs. They've had a good day's foraging, and as they settle down for the night, the old Burrow and Mozart are just a distant memory. But trouble awaits just around the corner. At a disused Whiskers burrow, the Commandos are making themselves at home. Mozart's been up since first light. It's the start of her third day alone. With no one to help her, she's in a grave dilemma. Should she stay with her newborn pups, or should she leave them and try and find her family? Either way, she must find food. Driven by hunger, she finally leaves her pups and heads off on a desperate search to find a meal. The Whiskers have finished their morning's duties and after a spot of sunbathing are ready to leave the burrow for today's hunt. Having had a few busy days out with their family, Millie, Shelley and Bing will be staying at home for a rest. With today's babysitter, Daisy. Her duties will entail checking that the boisterous pups don't venture too far on their own, giving them a feed and keeping an eye out for trouble. Having had a taste of freedom for the last 2 days, these lively pups are likely to keep her busy. The Commandos are already up and hunting in the heart of Whiskers territory. As they progress, they're keeping a watchful eye out for the owners of the patch. With no sign of the Whiskers, they start raiding their neighbor's larder. Moving quickly, they're covering a lot of ground. But the wider their search takes them, the more chance they'll come face to face with the Whiskers. Mozart's wandering further and further from her burrow. Having been in this situation before, she goes for the easiest meal she can find. But after 2 days without eating, ant larvae won't go far towards satisfying her appetite. At least a glossy starling is grateful for her endeavours. If she manages to search out enough food today, she should be able to provide milk for her pups tonight. but she's going to have to expend more energy journeying farther afield to find bigger prey. And big prey is exactly what this tawny eagle is looking for too. It's enough to completely unnerve Mozart and send her off in the opposite direction. Little does she know that the eagle is circling directly over the rest of her family. He's got the Whiskers pinned down, using a tree for cover. And he shows no sign of leaving. With such a dangerous predator overhead, the Whiskers will be staying here for a while. Back at Mozart's burrow, the pups are all alone below ground. But not for long. The Commandos have discovered the unattended den. At first, they're wary. They can smell the scent of the Whiskers, but there doesn't seem to be anyone around. When they arrive at the entrance, the burrow appears to be deserted. If the litter can stay quiet, the Commandos may pass them by. Suddenly, Nikita hears the sound of a pup and heads into the burrow to investigate. Although they're hidden deep in the complex of tunnels, with no babysitter, they're a sitting target. In quick succession, other commandos follow their leader below ground. Above them, dominant male Hannibal and the rest of the gang excitedly dig at the burrow entrances. Suddenly, one of the pups is caught. One by one, the rest are brought above ground. This is nature at its rawest. The commandos kill instinctively, simply to eliminate the competition and improve their own chances of survival. The cold truth is these pups would never have survived anyway with only Mozart to look after them. Unaware of the fate that's befallen her pups, Mozart is far away from her burrow, searching for food. Although she's been spared a battle with the Commandos, her brave attempt to bring up her pups alone has proved futile. But her search for food has brought her, unwittingly, close to the bosom of her family again. Child-free, she stands a good chance of being welcomed back. Just a few meters away, on the other side of the dune, the Whiskers have all made it home safely. It's been an eventful day that marks the end to another busy year for the gang. Flower and Zaphod, with the help of their extended family, have added 11 new offspring to the group. Millie, Shelley and Bing are gaining more experience by the day, and with the whole gang looking after them, they stand a good chance of survival. They'll face the challenges of winter united. And challenges there will certainly be, with a rival gang of meerkats venturing ever deeper onto their manor.